Greetings and welcome to Hexed Encountered. I'm Joe. In this video, we will be playing some second season. This is the pro football game from PLAAY Games. And I believe this was the first game they ever did. And I've had it for a while, but I have not done any video on it. So I thought I would do one just to kind of show some gameplay and mix it up a little bit. Take a break from all the auto racing stuff I've been featuring and get down to some good old American football. So this is actually a alternate history, I guess, kind of thing. What Keith Avalone at PLAAY did here is they have a 1957 American Football League. Now, obviously, if you're a football historian or just know the history of football, pro football, you would know that the AFL started in 1960. So this would be 3 years earlier. And so basically it's an 8-team league that kind of mirrors what the AFL might have. Well, it's a combination of what it ended up being, with one main difference being that the 8th team is not the Oakland Raiders, but it is instead the Minnesota, presumably Vikings, I guess. There are no nicknames. Here we have Boston and Denver, which of course are the Patriots and the Broncos. Those were the teams in 1960. And of course, both of those teams, like all the other AFL originals, are still around and in the NFL these days. So the very first game played in the AFL in 1960 was Boston and Denver. So I was going to start with the 1957 version of them. All the players on both rosters are real players. The way Keith put this together, if I remember correctly, is they were basically free agents and so on, kind of the guys that would have been available to the league that was just starting up as a competitor to the NFL. So these are guys who were not in the NFL in 57, but may have been before or after. So it's a realistic mix of players, many of whom you probably may have heard of, but I would say more likely have not heard of. There are some names that are familiar to me, but many that are not. So just taking a quick look, if you're not familiar with the way the game roster works, is this is offense, of course, as you can see right here. So this is Denver, and the bolded players are the starters. Now they have ratings for pass and run. So you can see here in the brackets, you've got offensive tackle, guard, center, guard, offensive tackle, right? Your normal offensive line. These codes up here, TA, GA, CE, GB, TB, it's tackle A, tackle B, guard A, guard B, basically, and center. When we go to the playbook, where you'll get your play results, some of them will use the codes. They'll all use a code for a player unless it directly comes off the player themselves, and we'll talk about that as we get into gameplay. And then you'll use these ratings to help determine what happens on the play. It's very similar in a lot of ways to many of the other PLAAY games that came out after it. This was kind of the forerunner for that. Of course, football is a little different than, say, baseball or some of the other sports. But Keith's been very creative in kind of adapting these kind of codes and ratings to specific results in sports games. Then you have end A and end C, and end B here can be a back or a flank, or you can see this is an end and an end. Of course, back in the day, you'd have ends, and they weren't necessarily tight end, split end, although they could be. So you have end and quarterback, right? And then you have 2 running backs or maybe 3 running backs, depending. So they have running backs will have an in and out rating. Typically, higher is better. They can go all the way up to AAA. We have a AA over here in OK Ferguson for outside running. The R numbers, we'll talk about that when we get into gameplay, but that's basically like an average gain kind of thing, and they don't come up all that often, but that does come up occasionally. Receivers kind of had the same thing. They just have an R number, okay, and that'll tell you kind of what, that's again like these average ratings, right? But they also have run and pass, or pass and run rather, as do the backs. Then you have your place kicker and your punter, and then player finders down here. You can name the player you want to carry the ball or an intended receiver or whatever. I find it's easier to just roll the 20-sided die that is included with the game to find what player. So if we had an inside run, let's say, we roll that die. It's a 4. That would be Barry here, who's Paul Barry right here, the fullback. You get the idea. Defense is similar, a little bit simpler. You've got A through K, basically. So you've got your defensive halfbacks, what we would call cornerbacks these days. A couple of safeties. You've got three linebackers and a 4-man defensive line. And again, the letters just go through and they have the same pass run ratings. There are some minuses in here. That's when the offense is on the other side of the 50. They're in the scoring side of the 50. A minus sign means the player actually goes down a grade. So he's a 1 when the offense is in its own end, but he's a 0 when the offense is in their end, his end, basically. So there are some nuances here and flexibility in the way the ratings work. Those are kind of considered advanced rules, but we will try to use them. So I'm going to get started here. I don't want to have too much preamble, but I thought it might be good to kind of go over what the ratings mean. We also have returners up here. And again, you can have a finder to determine who gets sacks, interceptions, kick returns, fumble returns, all that good stuff. One last thing to mention, there is a score sheet. This is it, right? So you can track stats. This is a full play game. You go play by play. There is an express version, which I also have, and I'll probably do that in a separate video. And it's unlikely I'll go through the entire game because when you do play by play, it takes a while, a couple hours, give or take. But you do have a score sheet, so you can keep stats if you wish to. And it's more fun if you're going to play this way. I say keep stats, right? If you're going to play express as something just hit the floor, I have no idea what it was. Actually, I do know what it was now, but disregard that happened off camera, and you don't need to worry about it. I do. Anyway, let's get started. So we can flip a coin for who gets to receive, but I'm just going to roll dice here. We'll say I think the game was played in Boston, so Boston will be the home team. And I forgot to say, but since home team typically wears the dark non-white color, or the road team wears the white color, Denver wins the toss and will receive the kickoff. Now you're basically using these 2 dice for everything, except for your player finder, which you would use the 20 side. So I'm going to roll them all together. So for returning a kickoff, we have to check our kicker's grade. So the kicker in this case would be Boston's, and it's on the other side here. So here's our kicker, and he has a kickoff rating of D. Okay, so we will roll here. And we get an 11. Now there's a game book right here that has all of the details. Okay, and I believe it's like 65 or something is kickoffs, if I remember correctly. Yes, kick returns. So here on page 65, 11 is subtract 11 yards from player's return grade and see note 11. Note 11, if the return man's return grade is greater than 27, then go to long return on 66. The returner for Denver is, well, they have a couple. They have 2. So Ernie Pitts and Sam Brown, neither of them are over 11. So it's 20. We'll go with even being Sam Brown. So Sam Brown gets the return for 8 yards. Actually, I messed that up. So the 11 will be for the kickoff. Now his grade is a D. So here's the kickoff. Here's D, 71 yards. Back then, I think they kicked from the 30. Or maybe the 35. Might be the 35. Let's say it's the 35. So that would be, 6 yards deep in the end zone. Now we'll roll again here. And we'll just leave that out for now. And we got a 14. So now if we go to 65, here, 14 is subtract 8 yards from player's return grade. Okay, so we'll use the 20. We'll again say it's that. So we're taking 8 yards away from Sam Brown. So that's an 11-yard return. It was, so he's out to the 6-yard line. So that was probably not a good idea to take that. I guess. Well, yeah. At the goal line or inside the kick, the return team has the option to return. So we're just going to actually say that they're going. Since it was halfway through the end zone, we're just going to start at the 20. So I'm going to put it here. It's first down, and we're going to play. Now, I will run both offenses, and we'll let this solitaire defense setting determine the defense. Okay. So it's a normal play call because we're in first down. So first, second, and third, and short use normal. Probable pass is third and long, catch up, etc. This is for the determination of the defense. The offense is the same thing: first down, second down, and short, third and short. So I'm going to let's roll one die for the defense because we know they're going to use the normal one because it's first down. They got a 5, and so they're playing a run defense. Now, offense was going to run the ball anyway. We'll say we'll go inside run, nice and simple. And I'll use my player finder for this as well. So we got a 55. So we go to the front of the book. Inside run plays, 55. Let me find it on here. Inside run versus run defense. So you see you've got versus pass versus run. Run is on this side, isn't it? Yes, it's right here. Nope, that's injury. Versus pass versus safe versus run. There it is. Okay. So 55. Now up here you can see you've got player ratings. So this is from 11 to 23. You would check the player who ran the ball, and I would use the finder to determine that. But anyway, 55. Roll again on unusual results column on the next page. So we'll go over here. I'm going to keep that 19. We get a 12, and a 12 is, you can see there, dot K. Okay, so the dot means or usually. So I'm not sure what the dot in the brackets. Oh, I or J or K. I'm losing it. My eyesight, right? I, J, or K. So our runner in this case, 19, or looking at the offense, is McCool. So Bob McCool, his rating for inside is an E. Okay, so that's a no. So we go through here, cuts through swarm 7 yards. So they gain 7. So they're at the 27. It's now 2nd and 3. Okay, so we will run again, and let's see what the defense says. Again, this would be a normal play calling. It's a 4. They're going to go safe. Okay, so safe is kind of a neutral defense. Now let's roll again. We're going to run inside again. And we got a 35 and player 2. So player 2 for an inside run is, or number 2 is Barry. He's in the 1 to 6, or Barry rather. He's the fullback here. His rating for inside is a B. So if we look at 35 here, okay, first quarter, oh, it says QB. So we check the QB, run 0. Our QB for running is a D. So let's see, 35 QB rated run 0. He doesn't have a. Oh yes, he does. He's actually a 1. So no, Hammers ahead for 3-yard gain. All right, so it's been a while since I played this, and I'm still trying to catch back on. But that's a 3-yard gain, which is going to give them a first down. Now, I'm not really keeping track of the stats, but I do need to keep track of the time. We've run 2 plays. So the way the timing works is up here in the corner of the score sheet, you've got the 4 quarters, and you put hash marks. And if it's a play where the clock would have stopped, like an incomplete pass, you give a half a tick. If it's a running play clock, like 2 running plays that we've just had, would be 2 ticks. So I'm going to mark 2 ticks on here to indicate that 2 ticks have gone off. There's 30 ticks per quarter. So there are 6 boxes there. You put 5 hash marks in it. That's basically 1/6 of the quarter. I think if you figure it out, it's 30. It's basically 30-second chunks because it's a 15-minute quarter. So that's how that works. All right, so it's 1st and 10 at the 30. Let's go for a throw here. And so we're going to pass. And let's see what the defense thinks is coming. And they got a 4. It is 1st down, so they're going to, again, be playing a safe defense. And I just realized I looked at versus run on that last one, which was wrong. So we get an 18 and a 65. So we're looking at pass. I didn't choose what kind of pass. Let's say screen pass. Screen pass versus a safe defense. Okay, so 65. Okay, so here's a screen pass versus safe. 65. Okay, so it's the 1st quarter. We check D. That's a defensive player. That's our defensive corner there, Jerry what is that? Planudis, and he's a 1+. So they're on their side, so he's a 1. If they were on the scoring side, into Denver territory, he would actually be a 2, but he's a 1. Okay. Yes. Let's see. Rated 0 pass. That's a no. Tries to cut outside after catch, blank, yard loss. So the box there indicates a die roll. So we roll 1 die, 1d6, 2-yard loss. So they go back to the 28. It is 2nd down and 12. So on 2nd down and 12, we're going to try let's actually run outside. Let's do an outside run. Let's see what the defense thinks is coming. It's a 2. They are playing short or screen. So they're in a pass defense. And we're going outside run. All right, outside run. And we got a 35. So outside runs. Here's outside run. We have to find the pass defense. Okay, outside run, pass defense, 35. Right here. SB, so that is right here. And we're looking for a run 2, which he is not. So that's a no. So we go to tripped up for 1-yard loss. So they're going backwards here. We go to 3rd down, and it's 3rd and long. So we're going to try a long pass. Well, we'll try a medium pass. So now, since we're in a probable pass play, we rolled a 3, which is a pass defense. So they're playing a pass defense. And we got a 52. So we got to find medium pass. It can be a little tough to find, so to flip the pages a little bit. Against a pass defense. Okay, here we go. 52. 52 is a B. Okay, and we're looking for 0 pass. So B is our safety. He is a 0. So that is the XM column. And that is on the other side, so over here. So we go to We have to roll again, I think. So we roll again. That was a 2. I'm going to keep it at that. Let's roll again. 34. 34 greater than 9. QBX. QB for X is a 3. So that would be a no. All right, so we're on 34. 34 less than 9. So the answer is no. Wide open, 22 yards. Okay, so that is a 22-yard gain. So they go from the 27, 37, 47, and then 2 more. So they are at the 49. It is now first down. And we've run off 2 more ticks. Okay, so let's roll our dice again. We're going to go with an inside run. And, well, let's see what the defense is doing. They are playing run. Inside run against a run defense. 64. 64, okay. Inside run versus run. 64. Roll again on unusual results. 35. EB. So EB is here. Howie Dare. And his rating for running is a 0, rather. And run 0, yes. Pushes pile, picks up 2 yards. So that's a 2-yard gain. So we go to the 50, the 49 on this side. So it is now, that is the first block of 5 filled in. It is second down and 8. We're going to go short pass. See what the defense thinks. It's a 1. They're playing pass. And it's a 22. Short pass. So this is why I won't be doing the whole game, because you see it can take a little bit. Short pass plays versus pass defense. Okay, we got a 22. So it's right here. C or G is rated to pass. C, no. G, no. So they're both no. And so we go to no. XS column, so we go over here. Are we supposed to roll again? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe not. When we look at I, is I a 2 pass? No. Okay, so floats into flat, easy 10 yards. Okay, so they get to the 39. That is another tick off the old clock there and another first down. All right, so they are moving the ball, Denver. Now we'll go with let's do the defense, but we're going to do a outside run. They're going 6, which is blitz. Okay. Outside run against a blitz. It's a 13 and a 33. Okay. Outside run. Versus run. Outside run versus blitz. 33. FB. That's our fullback. That is Barry. So run 0. He is a 1. Actually, no, we're across the 50. Across the 50, he becomes a 0. So that is missed assignment, swamped for no gain. So it becomes second down. We take another tick off the clock here. We roll again. They will go, we're going to go inside run, see if we can catch them sleeping here. 5. That is a run defense, so no, we cannot. All right, we got a 12. Inside run versus run defense. And a 12 is you look at the player. So 19 again is inside is McCool right here. Bob McCool. Inside is an E. So we look at E, and we got a 12. So 12 on E is 3-yard loss. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. All right. It is now 3rd down and 13? 3rd down and 13. We're definitely going to need a medium pass here. They are going to go with a pass defense. Not a surprise. Okay, 65. So medium pass. Flip to the medium passes here. Against pass defense, 65. So it's E. Okay, still in the first quarter. It's E, so that is our outside linebacker, Ed Ritt. He's a 0. 65E. 0 pass, yes. Laps in zone, complete for R yards. So 19. I guess we have to pick somebody here. So, oh wait, no, we don't. Medium. 19 is Ferguson. Where's Ferguson? Yeah, that says Ferguson. Oh, right here. Okay, Ferguson. So that R there is 6. So that's 4th down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's at the 36-yard line. All right, 4th down at the 36. That's another tick off the clock, and they will try a field goal, I guess. So their place kicker is a B. This would be a 43-yard field goal because the goalposts were on the goal line. So instead of adding 17, you only had 7. So 43-yard field goal. So that is long for him. Anything over 40 is considered a long field goal. This was 1957. So he's actually a D in this situation. So there is a chart for field goals, as you may have expected. And it is right. Field goal attempts. Okay, so here's your field goal attempts chart. So let's roll our 2 dice. It's a 36. So 36, he is a D. 35 is good, so that means it is no good. So he misses the field goal. And the ball goes over on downs. Back then they kept it at the line of scrimmage, so they just take over on the 36. And we flip these over now. And Boston is now on offense, and Denver is on defense. Okay, so we just pick this right up. So Denver, we're going to come out. Let's throw the ball on 1st down, and let's throw it deep. Let's do a deep pass here. So it's a 2, and a 2 is a safe defense. So if he had rolled a 1, it would have been a pass defense. So Boston might suspect something's up here. All right, we got a 42. So we are looking for deep pass versus a safe defense, long pass with a 42. That is EA. So that is Lloyd Coltayan. He is a 1 pass. 0 pass, that's a no. Go to XL column. 42. Player CE. CE is the center. Right? So that's John Sensi. And his pass rating is a 0 plus. They are on their side of the field, so it's not a 1, it's still a 0. 42. Yeah, 0, no. Receiver gets a step, 27 yards. All right, so that's a big pickup there for them. So 27 yards, huh? So we got from the 36, that would be the 43, would be the 7. Then 13, 23. Oh, 27, sorry. So they're at the 37. Yeah, because they were at the 36. So they're on 36. They're now on the Broncos 37. That takes another tick off the clock. And let's throw again. We'll throw a short pass this time. 6. They are going to blitz. So it's a blitz. Short pass versus a blitz. And it is a 36. Short pass. So we go back a few pages. Versus blitzing defense. And it's 36. And that is GB. So that is guard B, Nick Fayer. He is a 0. So it's probably going to be this first. Oh, it's a 2 pass, which he's not. So quarterback feels heat from blitz, incomplete. Okay. And we did see here, it also had a question mark after that. So actually questionable passers here have a tendency to take a sack more frequently whenever an incomplete question mark result is determined from the playbook. A questionable passer is sacked for loss by a choice defender. Okay, roll both dice and add them to determine the yards lost. So we'll do that first. And it's a 3-yard loss, so not too bad. He must have stepped up in the pocket. And the player who recorded the sack, 15, is Timberlake. Timberlake with the sack. So that's another tick off the clock. They lose 3 yards, 1, 2, 3. They're back at the 40. And so it is 2nd and 13. They're going to try an inside run. 3 is safe. So they're in a safe defense. 45. And so we're going inside run against a safe defense. Let's see if I can get the middle one. So 45. QB again. Run 2. He is not, I'm pretty sure. No. So we go to bottled up for 1 yard gain. Wait, no, 45. 45 is smothered at line, 1 yard loss. So they're going in the wrong direction. It is now 3rd and 14. I forgot to move that marker there. Okay. Defense is going to be, we're going to throw a medium pass. Defense is probable pass play. It's a 6. They're going to blitz. Okay. Shoot. All right. 15. So that's going to be a player. So we're going to say we're throwing to Lowell Perry here. He's our best receiver. So we've got a medium pass against a blitz. All right. Medium pass against a blitz. QB rating is his rating is a 1. Wait. Oh, he's a C. Sorry. C. We rolled a 15. 15C is incomplete. 4th down. They are at the 41, so they are going to punt. Now we can try a coffin corner punt, so that is what we will do. Just have to find it. There it is. Our punter, Don Schaefer, his average is 37. All right, so coffin corner punt. This is the chart. We're going to roll on it. Yeah. 34. 34. His punt rating is a, for coffin corner, it's a C. So it's not A or B. Punt spins past coverage into end zone touchback. All right. So that ends that. Now we will move to the 20. Right here. Right? Yep. It is 1st down. We'll use this and say, what are we going to do? We're going to do an outside run. Let me flip this first. Okay. So the defense is in a safe defense. Got a 15. Okay, so our runner then by choice is going to be OK Ferguson because we're going outside and he's a double A. All right, so outside against a safe defense. And he's double A, and we rolled a 15. So 15 against a double A is an 8-yard run. So they get to the 28. It is 2nd and 2. Defense is likely going to expect a run. We are going to do an inside run. The defense is giving us a run. All right. So we get a 45 and a 1 on the player finder. So this is an inside run against a run defense. 45 is TB. So that is TB up here, tackle B. He is a 1 against the run, or on the run, I should say. 45 TB, run 2, no. Forced outside, 1-yard loss. Okay. It is 3rd and 3 here. So let's do another inside run. The defense says 3rd down, run defense. Okay, inside run against a run defense. Well, we got an 11. Our inside runner is Barry. He's a B. So inside run versus run defense in column B with an 11 is a 1-yard gain. So they will be punting. All right, so now they're going to punt deep. So they went basically, they got a 1st down and then they went 3. No, they didn't get a 1st down, actually. All right, punting. Normal punts. Okay. We got a 42. Their punter, Horace Gillum, his, let's see, a 42. Punter's return grade is a B. A, B, or C, so that's a yes. Add 2 yards to average grade, no return, and then there's a possible penalty. In this era, the rule book says to not apply penalties unless they come up on unusual results. So it's just a 40, his average is 30, so we add 2. It's a 42-yard punt with no return. So the 2 would get him to the 30, and then we just add 40. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they are at the 20-yard line. Right? No, that would be the 30-yard line. At the 30, so they will start off. We're going to flip again. We're going to start off with a inside run. And if we end up with it's Zolly toss if we have a choice. Otherwise, I'll use the chooser here. 3 is a safe defense. And another 11. So inside against safe. And an 11, his rating is a B, is a 1-yard gain. So they get 1 yard. They're at the 31. And that's another tick off the clock. I'm probably only going to play the first quarter. It's gotten quite long, as you can see. So they will play a 3. That is a safe defense. We're going to do another inside run. And it's a 66. So inside versus safe again, 66. So we look at I. I is John Sandusky. He's a 1. So run 0 is no. So runner struggles back to line, no gain. All right, so that's going to make it 3rd and 9, and I hadn't been moving that again. Just going to keep track of it in my head. So they're going to try a short pass. Defense says pass defense. All right, 62. So this is a short pass against a pass defense. And 62. 62 is C. That is safety Paul Rotenberry, who's a 1. And so C, 0, no. Thrown into coverage, go to Y chart. So Y chart's at the beginning. Possible interception. All right. So we have to roll again. I think you're supposed to roll every time you go to a different chart. 35. Is QB's Y grade 6 or more? It is 6. Then, if yes, on a short pass, 8 yards, B or C? Okay, 8 yards, B or C. So B or C, I guess. So that's either Hal Norris or Rotenberry. And who has the higher interception number? Rotenberry? Oh, we'll just use the die number because it says B or C. So A through D with an 8 is Pitts. So Ernie Pitts picks him off 8 yards back. So from the 39, he picks it at the 39. And now we have to check for a return. So interception return. I didn't do weather either. Forgot about that. Interception return. Okay. So let's roll. 51. Players A, B, C, or D. This would be in the player A through D. So it is 51 is a long return. Go to page 66. That's this one. Let's roll again. 12. Long interception result. Steps out of bounds after 20 yards. Okay, so he gets, that's 10. That's 10. And that is, 20. So he's at the 41. They're in, I'm going to flip this back over. So a pick was thrown, and Denver gets the ball on the Patriots 41 here. Okay, so they're going to, let's take a shot. After a big turnover like that, we're going to take a shot deep. The defense is going to play 5, which is run. So we're going to have a long pass against a run defense. This odds are in our favor here. 66. This could be interesting. Okay, so long pass versus run. 66 is I. So again, we're looking at our defensive lineman here, John Kremchek. He is a 1-, which means he's a 0. So he's not a 2-pass. So it glances off fingertips, incomplete, and then you have the question mark, or not the question mark, the exclamation point, which is exceptional receivers. So the receiver for this, it says, is 7. So long pass 7 is Gillum. And Gillum is here, and his R is a 17. And he does not have an exclamation point. So it is in fact an incomplete pass. So it is now second down here. Okay, second down and 10. Let's fix that this time. Defense is playing 4. We're going inside run. Normal is safe. 23 against the inside. Safe on the inside run. And 23 is, okay, so inside run by choice is Barry. He's a B. 23 is an 8-yard gain because he's a B. So they pick up 8. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They are at the 33. Second and the 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Well, we're going to go inside run. They're going to be in a run defense. Inside against the run, and we got a 65 here. Okay, 65 H. So H is defensive end Bob Van Doren. He is a 1. And it's looking at 2, no. Rated run 0, no. XR column, otherwise no gain. So they stuffed them. And it's 4th and 2 from the 33-yard line. Let's look at their kicker. It'd be a 40-yarder exactly, so he'd be a D. So we would need a good roll, but let's go for the field goal. Let's go for the field goal. All right, so we're going to roll these two here. And we got a 44. So his rating is a D. And a 44 on a D is 25 good. He missed it badly. So we remain scoreless here as the first quarter is almost over. We have, 8 ticks left? Yeah, 8 ticks left. So that's, 4 minutes? All right, so they take over. Let's flip this back. Boston's ball on their own 33. Denver is playing, we're going inside run. Denver is playing a safe defense. And it's an 11. And the inside runner for them is Zali Toth. He's a B. So this is inside run versus a run defense. And a B with an 11 is a 1-yard gain. So it's 2nd down and 9 from 34. We will try a short pass. Defense is in safe. Our result is a 65. So short pass versus a safe defense. Okay, so 56. 56 is I. And that is John Sandusky. He is a 1. So 0 pass, no. QB pressured, unloads throw, go to Y chart. Uh-oh, is Jack Del Bello going to throw another pick? Right to the front of the book for the Y chart. Let's roll. It's an 11. Quarterbacks Y grade 0 or more. It is a 6, so that's a yes. It was a short pass, A or B. Okay. A or B. All right. So we're going to again roll in our A to D here. Oh, we have an 18. So it goes to White. And White is, or is that White? No, White. 17, 18 is White. Gene White, backup safety. Okay. So he got the pick. Now we have to check the return. So it's 8 yards to begin with, so 8 yards back. So we go to the 42. And now let's check for the return. All right, let's see if we can find it. Interception returns. Here we go. All right. 12. A or B. Reverses field minus 1 dies yards. 6. So he loses 6. So that would put them at the 48. So they're at the 48 now. Okay. They will try They'll try another long pass here. Boston's going to go Mad Bomber here. Why not? So the defense says 5 is a run defense. Long pass versus run. 35. Long pass versus run. 35 is EB. That is Howie Dare. He's a 1. It's looking for a 2, so that's a no. So we go to the Y chart again. And his Y rating is 5. This is Jim Haluska. He got a 12. Is it 1 or more? Yes. That was a long pass, 35 yards, B. Okay, 35 yards, B. So 35 from the 48 is the 13. And B is the result here. Okay, so let's see. 43. Fast dash 13 plus 1 die. 3. So they got a 16-yard return. Let's see. That is a 2. Interception A to D. 2 is... I have a hard time reading this. McElroy. No, 2 is not McElroy. What am I talking about? 2 is Plauntis. Oh, Planutis. Right here. Okay. All right, Planutis with the pick. They got a 19-yard return. That brings it out to the 32. And they've got 5. We've got 5 plays left in the quarter. They'll try a medium pass on first down. 4 is safe. Medium pass versus safe. That's a 23. Our receiver will be. I have to flip this over. Forgot to flip it. Our receiver is Lowell Perry. This is medium pass. First is safe. Oh, there it is. And 23. First quarter. D or K. Is D or K a 2 defender? No. I don't think any of these guys are 2s. So that's going to be a no. XM column. Let's roll again. 51 is F. Is F a 2 pass? That's going to be a no as well. And so no. Mismatch in coverage, 16-yard gain. All right. So that is the 48. So here, it's now first down again. It's 1 more tick off the clock. We got 4 plays left. Can somebody score? We're going to go medium pass again. 5. That is run. So medium pass against the run. And, a 66. Medium pass versus run. That's right on the next page. If I can turn it. Sometimes the pages kind of stick together. All right, 65. It's an F. No, 66, sorry. I again. I comes up a lot. 2 pass, no. So that's going to be no pass rush, complete for Q yards out of bounds. Q is 12 for Jack Del Bello. So that's going to be a 12-yard gain. So that would be at the 50, and then 10 more would be at the 40. So he's at the 40 now. 3 plays left. And let's go for another medium pass since we're having so much success with it. And a 2 is safe. And 11. So it's Perry. He's our choice receiver. So medium versus safe. And an 11. His rating is for passing. Oh, it's the QB's rating. C. 11. C is Q plus 1 die. So the Q we know is 12. And the 1 die is 6. 18-yard gain. So from the 40, that gets us down to the 22. So he's right here. All right, 2 plays left. 2 plays left. We're going to try another We're going to try another medium pass. It's a 3. That's going to, again, be safe. And it's a 43. 43 is QB. 2 pass. He is not. He's only a 1. So that's going to be thrown behind receiver, incomplete. Okay. All right. Now we'll do a, let's go with an outside run. So our outside runner is Monty Brett Hauer, who hasn't run the ball yet this game. That's a 4. So a 4 on second down is safe. Outside run against safe. 56. Is F. So F is our middle linebacker, Art McCallick. He is a 1. So run 0. Nope, he's a 1. So EC run 2 ? EC is Perry. His run is not a 2, and he does not have a question mark. Otherwise, XR column. So let's roll again. 61 is runner's OO grade greater than AA. No, it is AA. So drag down after 12 plus 1 die yards. So 15-yard gain puts them at the 7. All right, one last play here, and last play of the quarter. All right, here we go. Their defense, it's 1st and goal. So they're at the 7, so I don't think that qualifies as short yardage. So they're going to blitz, and we're going to pass. So we'll go short pass. I'm going to pretend I don't know that was a blitz. All right, and let's fix this. All right, 53. So that's a short pass against a blitz. 53, G, 2 pass. So we know G is not a 2 against a pass because nobody is in this. He's actually a 0. So XS column. But since it says XS column, I need to check that. I forgot the rule on that. I re-rolled it. We'll go, so what was it, a 53? Yeah, let's just keep the 53. SB 0. Our SB is he is a Z. Well, no, he's a 1. He's a 1. Caught under coverage 11 yards. So they score a touchdown. So they get in the end zone as the first quarter expires. Boston gets some pay dirt there. So now let's roll the extra point. So our kicker's extra point rating is an A. So he's pretty good. Kicker is John Sensi. So let's find our kicking extra point chart. All right, here's our extra point. He's an A. So it's good unless it's a 65. Well, one of these. So a 46, a 55, or a 64 will be an unusual result. 65 and 66 is a miss. Anything else is good. It's a 31. That's going to be good. So it is 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. I will keep that in mind, and maybe we'll finish the game using Second Season Express. So you can have a look at that. I also have the play mat that goes along with Second Season Express. So we'll check that out in the next videos. But that's going to do it for this one. I do appreciate you guys taking the time to check it out. I know a lot of you probably have seen this game, maybe have the game. There will be some viewers, I'm sure, that have played this a lot and will point out all the mistakes I made, of which I'm sure there were many, including not knowing what it means when it says go to column XS instead of I feel like that means use the same die roll, but I'm not 100% sure, and I'll look at the rules on my own. But you can expect to see that in a comment. If no one else points it out, I'll do it myself. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, as we were just talking about, put them in the comment section. I'll do my best to reply as soon as possible. Please consider liking, sharing, and/or subscribing. That would be fantastic and always appreciated. I do thank anyone who is already a subscriber for your support. And I also thank you if you share or um, just come back and watch another video. Both of those things are fine and much appreciated. But that's going to do it for now. It is Sports Saturday. I'm Joe. This is the Hexed Encounter channel. And until next time, as always, happy gaming.